Hello, Holliston, and welcome to Babe Ruth Baseball, Tri-Valley Senior Babe Ruth. We're at Idlebrook Field this evening. It's Tuesday, July 3rd, and it's a matchup between Holliston and Medway. I'm Brian Winston, and along with our cameraman and co-producer, Mark Dennison, we're here to bring you the game for Holliston Cable Access Television, the first of the Babe Ruth season for HCAT. It's a very steamy evening here. Game time temperature says about 90 degrees, but with the humidity it feels a lot hotter than that. Very sticky, soupy night in this middle of this heat wave. But the boys are ready to play baseball here at beautiful Idlebrook Field. We will be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, it's first pitch action. Leading off for Holliston is Nick Larsh. Number 12, your Holliston Panther lineup is Larsh, Rudowitz, McCarron, Berwick, Lee, Gentile, Sweeney, Kiley, Corden, and D'Angelo. Sam Winston, the 10th, on the bench for now. And that looked like ball 2. 2-0 to Nick Larsh. Both clubs are 2-7. In the summer 2018 Senior Babe Ruth season. High for ball 3 is Nick Larsh. And on deck, cousin Kevin Rudowitz. Pitching for your Medway team is number 6, Luke Luzetti. Number 6, Luzetti. Going around the diamond for Medway, number 2, Matt Childs at third. Shortstop, number 8, Reed Mahoney. Second baseman, number 1, Kyle Sylvester. And Nick is aboard with a leadoff walk. So nobody out. Larsh on first. Your first baseman for Medway is number 11, Tyler Flood. Your outfield, number 4 and left is Jonah Joyce. Number 3 in center field, Connor Gilmore. And in right field, I believe that is number 7, Connor McCall. I'll have to double check that in a moment. Here's Kevin Rudowitz with Larsh on first. I think the count's 1-1. Might have missed something there as I was looking at the book. On deck, Owen McCarron. 1 on, nobody out. Back up to the pitcher. Pitcher goes to second. 1 out there. It's a double play for Medway. A 1-6-3 double play. And quickly, 2 outs just like that. Nice play there by the pitcher. Fielding his defense, his position very well there. His shortstop covering. And an easy double play. So 2 down now, bases clear for McCarron. Owen McCarron, the big lefty. He takes a strike down the middle. 0-1 now. Ethan Berwick, number 5, on deck. Luzetti winds and delivers. It's inside and low. 1-1 to McCarron. And that one's high to McCarron. It's 2-1. Holliston team been in some games, blown out a couple times, and have blown out other teams. So a little bit of everything. A nice play there. Ground ball, little roller up along first, and Luzetti off the mound with an underhanded toss to retire McCarron. So 3 up, 3 down for Holliston after 1/2 inning. No score. Be back after this. Bottom 1 at Idlebrook Field. Holliston did not score in the top of the first. Your defense for the Holliston Panthers. Ethan Berwick getting the start tonight, number 5 on the mound. We'll go to third base. Third base is number 7, Owen McCarron. At shortstop, number 11, Kevin Rudowitz. At second base, number 6, Brady Sweeney. Over at first, number 9, that's Joey Gentile. Left to right in your outfield, Nick Larsh in left, number 12. Andrew Lee, number 33, in center field, and T.J. Kiley, number 13, in right. And your catcher, it appears that's going to be number 1, Derek D'Angelo, getting the gear on, as Coach McCarron warming up Ethan for the moment. Your coaches for Holliston, quite a staff. Tim McCarron, Joe Gentile, Brian Sweeney, Todd Kiley, and Gary D'Angelo are your staff for the Panthers. On the Medway side, head coach Rick Luzetti with assistants Chris Mahoney and John Gilmore for the Medway club. So the Panthers hoping to get 3 quick outs just like Medway did and move on to the second and get back up to the plate. It looks like Derek D'Angelo is ready. And we'll have some baseball in a moment as the sun peeks back out on this very hot and muggy July afternoon. It finally feels like summer these last few days here in New England, in the midst of a heat wave as we approach the July 4th holiday. So the balls are coming in and we're ready for some baseball in the bottom of the first. Leading off for Medway will be number 3, Connor Gilmore. Your Medway lineup on deck will be Kyle Sylvester, number 1, Reed Mahoney, number 8, Kenyon Smith, number 16, Luke Luzetti, number 6, Tyler Flood, number 11, Jonah Joyce, number 4, Connor McCall, number 7, Matt Childs, number 2, and Charlie McEwen, number 13. So we're ready for baseball here as Berwick sets and delivers. And it's a pop-up in the infield. Sweeney calls it and makes the play, so couldn't get a quicker out than that. 1 pitch, 1 out on the pop-up to Sweeney. In steps Kyle Sylvester, number 1. Nice to see Ethan just come right out and throw a strike right down the middle, and first pitch swinging. Ball 1 now to Sylvester. On deck is Reed Mahoney. And that's a flare, shallow left. Larsh is there. He calls it. He makes the play. So 3 pitches and 2 outs on the fly out to left. So Sylvester retired. Here comes Reed Mahoney, number 8. Kenyon Smith on deck. And Berwick. Nice sinking fastball, or sinking something there, and Reed swung over the top of it for strike 1. 0-1 to Reed Mahoney. That one's outside. Oh, I call it a strike. I was a little premature there. 0-2 now to Mahoney. No doubt on that one. That's a ball, as Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside. 1-2 to Mahoney. As the sun now toasting things up here in Medway. Berwick sets and delivers. That's outside. 2-2 to Mahoney. 2 down. Nobody on for Medway. And a little roller. Berwick fields it, delivers. Gentile catches it. It's an out, and this inning is over. 1 full complete here at Idlebrook Field. No score. We'll be back for the second inning in a moment. Top of the second here in Medway. Up for Holliston right now is Ethan Berwick, your pitcher, number 5. No score. And I think the called that a strike. 3-1 on the count to Berwick. Fouls it off, full count now. And the pitch. And lashed down the line for a base hit. Berwick, nice hard ground ball. Got very much ahead of that one and just drilled it down past the third baseman. So the leadoff man is on for Holliston. Here comes number 33, Andrew Lee. Andrew Lee playing center field today. And Berwick on first. Berwick's got some wheels. Coach McCarron over at third may try to advance him. Speaking of that, Luzetti takes a look over at Ethan and gets Ethan to dive back, get those pants dirty. Andrew, a contact hitter, hoping to move Ethan along. Again, another look back at Berwick. So Luzetti read the scouting reports and knows that Ethan is not afraid to steal. And that one gets by the catcher on a wild pitch, and Ethan will easily get into second. So man in scoring position for Lee. Nobody out. Good opportunity here for the Panthers to strike early here in the top of the second. No score here in this 13 to 15-year-old senior babe matchup between Medway and Holliston. That's a ball. 2-0 to Lee. Ethan takes his secondary lead. That one's low, gets by the catcher, and Ethan will easily get to third. So 3-0, and your leadoff man on third with nobody out. Crucial for Holliston to get this run in, one way or another. Luzetti sets and delivers. That's high, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Lee. So men at the corners for the Panthers. Joey Gentile, number 9, steps into the box. We'll see what McCarron does here with Lee at first. As Luzetti now with 2 runners on. And that's fouled back for strike 1. Looked like Lee was on the move there. So 0-1 to Joey G. On deck is Brady Sweeney. Gentile playing first base tonight for the Panthers. So Lee takes his lead at first. Berwick at third. Luzetti deals. And that's flared and foul and out of play. So 0-2 now to Joe. Luke ahead of the batter early. Looking to get an out here with this first and third and nobody out situation for Medway. That's low and outside for ball 1. 1-2 now to Gentile. This is basically the latter part of this Babe Ruth season. Only a few games left as Luzetti delivers. It's inside. Lee takes off, and he'll go into standing into second base. No throw there. 2-2 to Gentile. I believe 2 more games after this for both teams. And then playoffs, obviously. Second and third now. And Joe just slaps it to first base. That will get 1 run home. It's bobbled by the second baseman. He collects it and can't collect it. And Joey hustles down the first. He's safe. A lot of spin on that, like a cue ball coming off the pool stick. And Berwick will score. That would have scored him anyways. That was a good job of hitting there by Joey to push it to the right side. Gets Berwick home. Lee advances to third, and Gentile ends up safely at first on the E4. And here's Brady Sweeney as a wild pitch goes by, and Joey heads into second easily. So ball one to Brady Sweeney. On deck is T.J. Kiley. Sweeney, number 6, is your Panther second baseman. Second and third, nobody out. And that's flared to the right side. First base is there, catches it in foul territory. So one down for the Panthers. Still runners in scoring position, though, at second and third. And in steps the lefty, T.J. Kiley. Kyle Corden, number 23, is on deck. So T.J. trying to get another run home here as that one's inside to Kiley, ball one. Coach McCarron reminding his runner at second, Joey, to make sure that on a line drive does not get doubled off. They don't want to end this inning on a double play. That's a strike down the middle. 1-1 now to Kiley. So as we were saying, this is the end of the Babe Ruth season. A couple more games and then playoffs as the major leaguers head into the All-Star break coming up in another week or so. And Kiley swings. Looks like it was a swing and a miss. Some confusion. Perhaps it was a foul ball. Yeah, I'm going to say it was a foul ball. I think TJ just got a slice of that. So 1-2 now to Kiley. One down, runners in scoring position. The pitch from Luzetti, it's outside and high. 2-2. The pitch. That's inside. TJ's worked a full count. Walk will load the bases for Kyle Corden. But knowing TJ, he's hoping to get something to hit there and put the bat on it. Here's the pitch from Luzetti. And that is lashed into, it drops in front of the shortstop. It takes an awkward hop. He's going to be safe, and the run will score. Joey Gentile, nice job at second base as the runner there screened the shortstop like a hockey defenseman would screen in front of the goalie. Joey did a nice job there of A, not getting hit by the ball, and B, screening the shortstop, which might have disrupted his concentration. So TJ is on, gets the runner in, 2-zip Panthers. First and second, one out, and here's Kyle Corden who takes a ball high. Now Joey forced to run on a ground ball with TJ behind him at first. So first and second for Corden, Derek D'Angelo on deck. Has a swing and a miss by Kyle. 1-1. Little bit of a breeze here at Idlebrook Field. Stressing the word little because it is a very sticky night. And that's hit right back to the pitcher, and might have had a chance at first with the double play, but it would have been close anyways. He wasn't looking, but regardless, he gets his second out on the line out. So Corden goes down, and there is now 2 away for Derek D'Angelo, number 1. He's your Panther catcher. As Derek digs into the box, and on deck will be the top of the order, Nick Larsh. So Gentile on second. Kiley on first. Pitches outside to D'Angelo, 1-0. The 1-0 is lashed to left. It's a base hit. Fielded in by the left fielder. He gets it in quickly, hits the cutoff. So a nice hit. Inside-out swing by the lefty, D'Angelo. Classic Wade Boggs type swing there. It's a base hit. And the bases are now loaded as Gentile goes to third, Kiley to second. So Holliston getting through the lineup in this second inning. And Here comes Nick Larsh, grabbing his bat. They're going to pinch run for the catcher. That looks like Kyle Corden going over to run for D'Angelo to give him a little breather and so he can get his equipment on and get ready to catch. That's a common move here in youth baseball, to give the pitchers and catchers a break, especially the catchers with 2 out. And that one is behind Larsh as he dances out of the way. No advancement by the runners. 1-0 to Larsh. On deck is Rudowitz. Till base is loaded. Panthers looking to strike for more. 2-zip at the moment. Luzetti winds and delivers. That's swung through by Nick. 1-1. Larsh hoping to drive in a run here. The pitch. And that is low. 2-1. Runners will be going on contact here with 2 outs as Luzetti delivers, and that's inside and low. So 3-1 now to Larsh. A walk would be a run. Luke does not want to do that, obviously. And Nick, I'm sure, is looking for something to put in play. Doesn't get it there. It's a ball and an RBI for Nick as he walks. So 3-zip now, Panthers. Kiley to third. Corden, who's running for D'Angelo, to second. And Larsh now at first. Bases are full for Kevin Rudowitz, your shortstop, as Medway coach comes out and talks to his pitcher. 2 outs, bases loaded. And they're going to leave him in. Now this is the second time these two clubs have met. Back on June 19th, it was Medway getting the best of Holliston 9-6 over at Adams Field, which is the home field for the Panthers at the Adams Middle School. And that pitch is outside to Kevin. So 1-0 to Rudowitz. The pitch, and that's inside. 2-0. So 2-0 to Kevin. Kevin, an aggressive hitter. I'm sure he's, with this count, looking for a strike. Luke's got to throw one at this point. Doesn't. That's high. No advancement as it does get by the catcher. And I think your catcher is Charlie McEwen, number 13 for Medway. So 3-0 now to Kev, with Owen McCarron on deck. So this is the heart of the lineup for the Panthers. The 3-0. Nope, it's inside. Another walk. So Kevin gets a ribby. He goes to first. Larsh advances to second. Corden over to third, and Kiley will score. 4-zip Panthers. Still 2 down. Here's the lefty McCarron. Luke having a little control issue here at the moment. His staff and team hoping he's going to snap out of it. And McCarron looking for a strike to hit. And there's a strike for Luzetti. So 1-1 now to McCarron. Owen probably had the take sign there after 2 walks and the bases loaded. And this one's hit on the ground to second. Takes a tough hop, stays under the glove of the second baseman and into center field. 1 run will score. And that will be it. Coach McCarron holding Larsh at third. So that was Corden who scored, making it 5-zip now. Panthers. Larsh to third, Rudowitz to second, and McCarron on. Tough play there. We'll give him a hit. Hometown scoring here. And it looks like a pitching change as Luzetti will go to third. And in from right field is number 1, and that was Kyle Sylvester. I think that's number 1, maybe. I hope I have that right. Yeah, that looks like a 1 to me. And somebody, I think your third baseman, was just sent out to left field. So we'll reset the Medway defense for you in a moment. I think it's going to be McCall, Gilmore, and Mahoney is your Medway outfield. Nope, excuse me. And Joyce will be your Medway outfield. So Panthers 5, Medway 0. It's top of the second, still 2 outs. We'll be back once the new pitcher is warmed up. So back to the action here at Idlebrook. Let's reset this. It's 5-zip Panthers. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. And your Panther hitter for the second time this inning is Ethan Berwick. He started it off with a base hit. And that one is popped up into shallow right field. Second baseman gets it. That's number 2 making the play. That is Matt Childs. And the inning finally ends for Medway. So, after 2, Panthers 5. After 1.5, Panthers 5, Medway 0. Medway coming up for the bottom of the second. Back to Idlebrook Field. It's 5-zip Panthers, bottom of the second. And Berwick still on the mound for his second inning of work, and this is Kenyon Smith. Medway went 1-2-3 in the first inning. That's a ball to Kenyon. On deck is Luke Luzetti, who was your pitcher of record to start the game for Medway. But here is Smith, and that's behind him and hit him. So a hit by pitch will get things started for Medway. Leadoff runner on, and here's Luzetti, the lefty, number 6. That's a strike to Luzetti, so Ethan gets ahead of him, 0-1. And that's hit hard through the left side of the field into left field. Larsh bends down and scoops it. Not much Kevin can do to get to that one. So first and second as Luzetti helps his team out with a hard base hit opposite field. Brings up Tyler Flood, number 11. So Berwick facing a little adversity here in the top of the second early. Does have the 5-run lead, so has a little bit of padding and comfort. And a windup, and they got him. Oh, boy. An excellent move by Berwick, and TJ was there. It was a perfect throw, right low on the, from my perspective, the right side, the third base side of the bag, and they had him. But the umpire didn't feel that way, so he's safe, and it's still first and second, but a good attempt by the Panthers. And that one's to the right side. Knocked down by Gentile. He collects it. He'll step on first for the out. So a nice job by Joey. That was a hard hit ball. Stayed low on it, kept it in front, controlled it calmly, and makes the out unassisted there. So 1 out. The runners do advance. So it's a good piece of hitting by Tyler Flood to get Smith to third and Luzetti to second. 1 down here for Jonah Joyce, number 4, the right-handed batter, with 2 runners in scoring position. Infield at regular depth for Coach McCarron. That one's low and outside. Maybe a little too early to bring the infield in. Would rather give up a run here in order to get the out this early in the game with a 5-run lead. There's a strike on the outside corner for Berwick. Berwick been working that outside part of the plate against right-handers nicely so far. Ethan sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. He's ahead of Joyce, 1-2 with 1 down. Berwick fires low. Gets by the catcher, no advancement though, as looked like it just got behind D'Angelo.
Not enough for the runner on third to advance. 2-2 now to Joyce. On deck is Connor McCall. That's flared off and out of play. Count stays at 2-2. Here in steamy Medway. I think anywhere in New England it's going to be hot and humid. That one is popped up to the right side. Kylie calling it, makes the play. So 2 down. Nice job by TJ, who has gone in to play second base. It looks like we had a little realignment as Sweeney moves to right field. So TJ now at second base and makes the play there. So 2 down for Medway, and steps McCall, still with runners at second and third, and in a 5-0 game. Berwick trying to get out of this. Number 7, McCall, looks at a strike down the middle. The team for Holliston made up of some 14-year-olds, as that one's fouled back. 0-2, Berwick ahead of him quickly. Got a handful of 14-year-olds who will be freshmen this incoming fall, and the rest are going to be 8th graders, the head honchos over at the Adams Middle School. Berwick delivers, and that'll do it. I think he fooled McCall on that one. Had a high blooping, hard to tell from out here, might have been a changeup that just dropped in there, and gets the strikeout looking. Nicely done there. Lead off people on, and then 1, 2, 3. So, after 2, it's 5-0. Holliston will be back for the 3rd inning. Top 3 at Idlebrook Field. This is Andrew Lee. It'll be Lee, Gentile, and Sweeney. Lee walked his first time up and takes a ball from Kyle Sylvester. Sylvester came in the 2nd inning to relieve Luzetti. So Lee, Gentile, and Sweeney scheduled to start it off for the Panthers. That one's high, 2-0, quickly to Lee, your center fielder. He scored. He walked and scored in the in the 2nd inning. Sylvester, this one's hit hard to center field, but right at number 3, who makes a nice play. That's Connor Gilmore. Well done by Connor, and he did exactly what the coaches teach the players to do. The ball was hit right at him. His first steps went back, and then he only needed to take 1 or 2 in. Perfectly played by Gilmore in center. So 1 up, 1 down, and that one's fouled back for strike 1. This is Joe Gentile. Joey went to the right side to the second baseman, who bobbled the play. A lot of spin on that ball. And this one's hit to center field. That will drop for a base hit. So Gentile, coming back from that finger injury, broke the tip of his finger playing catch with a football, which my 2 sons did the exact same thing. And even if you break the tip of that finger, they put you in a cast that goes all the way to your elbow. So a common football-related injury, but not the one you'd think about with football, just catching the ball, but that can happen. Anyhow, good to see Joe back in the lineup, and he's on with 1 out, and here's Brady Sweeney. Brady popped out to the first baseman in foul territory his first time up. Nice curveball there. Fooled Sweeney as he ducked down. So, 1-1 to Sweeney. Looked like it was going right at his head and then curved right in. So at this age, we see a lot more breaking balls and off-speed pitches. That one just missed. 2-1 to Sweeney. Strong Holliston fan base over in the left field shade. Not much shade here at Idlebrook, but fortunately the Panthers are in it, being the away team on the third base side as the sun sets to the west here in Medway. That's a swing and a miss by Sweeney on a pitch low and outside. So 2-2 now to Sweens with 1 out. Excuse me. Yes, 1 out. here in the top of the third. 5-0 Panthers. That one's fouled to the left side and out of play. So Sweeney stays alive, 2-2. About 2/3 of this club played many years of Tondorf baseball together, Brady being one of them. That's lashed, but it gets by the third baseman, and they'll be on as long as Gentile gets there, and he does. That was a tough spot for Joe. Did the right thing. It looked like the third baseman was going to catch that, and Joe did the right thing to stay at first. And then when it was dropped on the E5 there, Joey quickly got to second. So first and second now for the Panthers, one down. And this is Todd Kiley, son of Todd Kiley. It's TJ Kiley. He takes a strike. Kiley had a hit his first time up. That's quickly 2 strikes now. Sylvester ahead of Kiley. So first and second, one down for TJ Kiley. That's high and outside. 1-2. Good take by TJ. The pitch. Hit by TJ. It'll be through for a base hit. And the runners advance the base, so now the base is loaded. TJ 2 for 2. Sweeney to second. Gentile to third. Corden comes to the plate. Kyle Corden lined out to the pitcher's first time up. He's got the bases loaded now with just one out. Good opportunity for Kyle to do a little damage for the Panthers to add on to their 5-0 lead. Coach Brian Sweeney over at first, reminding his son on second, only one down. Here's the pitch, and that hits Kyle in the head. I don't mean to laugh, but I've seen Kyle have that happen to him at least twice over the years of watching him play baseball. Right off the top of the helmet, he seems to be fine. Almost didn't even feel it, so he gets a ribby there. As Gentile comes in for the 6-0 lead, Sweeney to third, Kiley to second, and Sweeney to third, Kiley to second, and Corden now on first for Derek D'Angelo, the lefty, number 1. He had a base hit his first time up. And the first pitch, I think, was a strike. I looked down for a moment. Swing and a miss. Thank you, Mark. So 0-1 to Derek D'Angelo. That one's low and inside. 1-1 to Derek. Excuse me. That is my own son who I didn't even recognize. This is Sam Winston in for Derek D'Angelo. Shame on me. But now that I look at the stance a little more, I can tell that's my boy. So Sam is up with bases loaded, 1-1. He slices one. It's going to drop and spin. They're going to get the... He's safe at first. He decided to go to first on that. I guess Corden at second, he didn't feel he had a chance and tried to get Sam over to first. Well, regardless, the run is in. Bases are still loaded. That was Sweeney who scored. Kiley to third. Corden to second. And here's the top of the order, and Larsh. Wild pitch, no advancement. Larsh has been up twice. He has walked twice. So Winston at first. Corden at second, Kiley at third. It is 7-0 Panthers. This one's high and inside. 2-0 to Nick. As the familiar yell from grandfather Nick Rudowitz over in left field. Amazing how many baseball games that man has gone to over the years with all the grandchildren. And this one's hit high and deep to right. A nice swing. It's back. It's over the head. One run is in. Corden to third. He's rounding third. Winston to second. The play is to the plate. No, it isn't. It's cut off by the pitcher, so it's a 2-run single for Larsh. And the score is now 9-0 Panthers, as this has now blown wide open. Larsh, a nice swing. That's a typical Nick swing. He loves those low inside pitches. And drove that over the head of the right fielder. I believe I just heard Coach Luzetti telling his outfield to move back and play a little straight away. This one's hit hard. That's Rudowitz. It gets to the shortstop. He makes a play to second. One out there, and they don't get another one. Had the runner at third, but shortstop decided to go to second. So that was Rudowitz on the fielder's choice. He's safe at first, but Larsh retired. But the run does score. Excuse me, hold on. Maybe the run did not score. Yes, the run did score there as Kiley came in. And Corden came in on that one as well. And this one is pulled to the right side. Second baseman going over. Nice footwork there by the second baseman, and they got him. That was Owen McCarron, who just almost got to first, but a nice play by the second baseman to move his feet, set, and throw. So McCarron retired on the grounder. And by my account, we've got 9. It's Panthers 9, Medway 0. After 2.5, we'll head to the bottom of the third. Bottom 3 at Idlebrook. Berwick still on the mound. He's been rolling along. No score for Medway, and it's 9 runs for Holliston. Your defense has changed a little bit for the Panthers. Left to right, we have Rudowitz at third, Larsh at short, Sweeney at second, Gentile at first. Your outfield left to right is Corden, Lee, and Kiley. This one's fouled off and out of play. Looks like D'Angelo is still catching. That might even be my son. The way he just flipped his hair, I would say it's my son, but it's hard to tell from out here. And that my son is Sam. That's swung and a miss. That is Sam. Now I can tell by the throwing motion. So Sam getting some time at catcher. I don't think he's caught all season. But a former catcher, just like riding a bike, can get back on. And Berwick rolling along now, throwing strikes and looking good. And that one is ripped foul, and wow, right into the Holliston fan base. That is, excuse me, I haven't even introduced the hitter. This is Matt Childs. First time up. Childs, McEwen, and Gilmore coming up. Bottom of the order for Medway, 9-0, bottom 3. And that one's low and outside. I think the count's 2-2 now to Childs. As we've got a little breather from the sun here as shade sets in for the moment on Idlebrook. And this is a swing and a miss. Sam gets the ball. He dropped it at first, makes a weak throw to first, and he's going to be safe. So a strikeout with an error on the catcher as Child gets on. Good hustle by Childs. And the leadoff hitter is on for Medway. This is McEwen, his first time up. On deck is Gilmore. Charlie McEwen, number 13. He's going. Throw down to second. And he's safe easily. Had a good jump on that pitch. So Childs down to second now, nobody out. And Berwick sets, looks, and delivers. And that one's hit to third, and nice play by Kevin. He was playing in on the grass and in a perfect spot to make that play. A nice little flare there, and Kevin was there for it. So that's one down now for Medway. Brings us to the top of the order. It's Gilmore, Connor Gilmore, number 3. He popped out to the second baseman his first time up. So one man in scoring position, one out for Medway. That one's high and inside. ball one to Gilmore as the throw gets by Berwick. And the windup and the pitch. It's a strike. Nice low strike by Ethan. 1-1 the count. And a fake to second as they try to get Childs leaning, but he's paying attention. He gets back. That one's outside. 2-1 the count to Connor Gilmore. That one's low. Nice scoop by Winston, and it's 3-1 now. Berwick fixing the dirt in front of the rubber as he stands in with Childs on second. Medway trying to get something going here in the third. 9-zip Panthers. That's a ground ball to third. It's foul as the third base coach just gets under his reach. Full count now to Gilmore. Good opportunity for him to get Medway on the board here with a base hit. Looks like Childs is an aggressive runner. And that one's low and outside. So ball 4 to Gilmore. So Medway, with one out, has a little action on the bases. And here's Kyle Sylvester. He's your current pitcher for Medway. He flew out to left field his first time up. Forcing any base for the Panthers. And it's lashed into left field for a base hit down the line. Corden throws it in, gets by the third baseman, but no advancement there, no harm done, and its bases loaded. Good strong single by Sylvester. So bases loaded now, one out. Infield, looks like the infield is brought in at the corners. And it's Reed Mahoney, who grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. And that's high and inside for ball 1. Well, Medway has a good opportunity to chip into this 9-0 Panther lead. And that's outside. Backhanded by Winston, 2-0 to Mahoney. A hitter's count. Mahoney expecting a strike here. And gets one. Well, maybe he wasn't expecting the strike. That was a beautiful batting practice pitch down the middle, but Reed lays off it, maybe having the take sign after the first 2 balls, but 2-1. That's low and outside. 3-1 to Mahoney. Kenyon Smith on deck, who walked his first time up. Coach McCarron telling his team just get one out somewhere on these bases. That's a strike. Again, Berwick working that outside part of the plate to the righties. That's a difficult pitch to hit. So full count. 1 down, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And it's a looking strikeout. Again, working that outside corner. I got to say, it looked a little outside to me, but as a Panther fan, happy to see it. So Berwick, again, has been consistent on that outside part of the plate. He's getting the calls. 2 down now, bases loaded for Kenyon Smith, who walked his first time up. Berwick high and inside for ball 1. So Ethan trying to get through this third inning of work. Probably would be it for him after this, but you never know. Not sure what his pitch count is. A couple of quick first innings. This one a little bit more labored. That one is topped back and down to the ground. So 1-1 to Kenyon Smith. Panthers now, actually Kevin's still in on the grass, so almost on the grass. First base, McCarron has taken a step back, and that umpire is letting Ethan work that right side, that outside part of the plate. So 1-2 to Smith. And Ethan has taken advantage of it, doing a good job. Wind up in the pitch. That's a little too far outside. No advancement. Not worth trying that with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Here's the best chance Medway's had all evening. And they're down 9-zip. Maybe in a close game you risk it later in the game, but not down 9-zip third inning. Not worth it. You want to give your hitter here a chance. Berwick sets. Delivers. That one's behind him. Now they're coming. Sam gets it. Throws. Oh, almost made it. Good hustle by Ethan to get there. And that was very close, so obviously very hard for her to tell from our executive suite out here in center field. But anyways, Medway's on the board. 9-1. Gilmore advances to third, Sylvester to second, so there's still 2 down. Kenyon has a full count. Kenyon Smith at the plate, 3-2, with 2 runners in scoring position and a chance to advance and give Medway a little bit more. Berwick. And that's low. 4-4. And so Smith is on his second walk of the day, so bases are loaded again with 2 down, and here's the lefty Luzetti, who singled his first time up in the left field. Nice pitch by Berwick. There's a strike. 0-1 to Luke. And he swings through that one. 0-2 now, Berwick ahead of him. Looked like he took something off of that pitch. 0-2, you'd expect some type of breaking ball or change of pace as Ethan steps off the rubber and collects his thoughts. Runner on third, scampering around. That's Matt Childs. And strike 3, and that'll do it. So, nice job by Ethan to get through 3 innings of work, giving up only 1 run. And after 3 full, Panthers 9, Medway 1. 4th inning coming up. Top of the 4th, this is Berwick coming up to the plate. He has popped up to the second baseman and singled. He's 1 for 2 and scored, and he's pitched 3 nice innings for the Panthers. Takes ball 1. Same pitcher, it's Sylvester on the mound for Medway. Starting his second full inning, he came in the first to relieve Luzetti. That one's high and inside, so 2-0 to Berwick. And that's high also, so 3-0 quickly to Berwick. Medway pitching tonight, having a little difficulty with the control. We all know pitching is not easy. And that one is ripped down the line, and it'll be foul and almost injured a Panther fan. As that, I heard the rattle of a chair. Not much movement over there in the Panther fan club. But it appears everybody is safe. And I'm sure Ethan, knowing him, enjoyed putting a little scare into the fans over there, making sure they're paying attention. But he jumped all over that one. Straightens that one out. That's going to be a rocket. So Berwick now 3-1. Excuse me, must have had the green light there on 3-0, but now he walks. So leadoff runner is on for the Panthers, and here comes Andrew Lee. Lee 0 for 1 with a walk. He flew out to center field his last time up and walked and scored in the second. Takes a ball high. Nice move and gets Berwick back. Sliding head first. So 1-0 to Lee. And this one's very high and wild, and Berwick will trot down to second easily. And that's going to do it, I think, for Sylvester. He might have felt something there or just knows he's done. But a quick hook there. It'll be 2-0 to Andrew Lee when we come back, and it looks like there's going to be a shuffle here. I just heard Coach Luzetti saying they are short on pitching tonight. It looks like it's going to be number 13. This is Charlie McEwen coming into pitch as there's a shuffle amongst the fielders. We'll sort this all out and be back when McEwen is ready. Okay, top of the fourth, back at Idlebrook. We've had a pitching change. It's a 2-0 count to Andrew Lee. Berwick at second, Lee swinging from the first pitch from McEwen. Your new pitcher for Medway is Charlie McEwen. Got Berwick at second, and that's it. And nobody out here in the top of the fourth has Berwick again sliding back in safely. 9-1 Panthers. Game has slowed down just a bit here in the top of the fourth as Ethan is dancing around. And this one is just a bit outside. Ethan, no advancement. Catcher does a nice job of backhanding that. Tough night for the catchers with the humidity, the heat, the equipment, especially the Medway catcher who has, or catchers who have been playing, trying to corral the ball from some of the wild Medway pitching. And that's with all due respect to the Medway kids, as pitching is a very difficult position. So Lee walks. First and second, nobody out for the Panthers, and here's Joe Gentile. Joey is reached on an error as he fouls that one back and has a base hit. So he is 1 for 2. And Joey steps up swinging. Sweeney on deck. The pitch. And Joey chops it to the right side. Again, another good piece of hitting by Joey to advance the runners. Bobbled, but then recovered nicely by the shortstop. The second baseman. That's Tyler Flood on the bouncing ball. Joe must have a lot of spin on that ball. People having a hard time corralling that off of his bat. Anyways, he's retired 4-3, but does his job and advances the runners. The coaches always love that. That's a productive at-bat as here comes Sweeney. Sweeney looks at a ball outside. Brady Sweeney, number 6, has popped up to the first baseman and reached base. Actually had a hit, so he's 1 for 2. He scored twice. Always can tell that's Brady. Got that same white helmet he's used for many years. As that ball gets by the catcher, but no advancement. Panthers some conservative base running, up 8 runs here in the fourth. So Sweeney second and third. Chance to get Holliston into double digits. The windup in the pitch. It's chopped down the line. Foul. So Brady got the bat ahead of that one, pulled it. Coach McCarron with the play over at third. 2-1 now to Sweeney. And that one, again, another nice job by the Medway catcher. Sorry, I can't identify him. It's hard to see his number from here, but he's doing a superb job and working very hard. 3-1 to Sweeney. On deck is Kiley. And that's chopped to the shortstop. Shallow ground ball. Bobbled. And he's going to be safe. Good hustle by Sweeney. The throw gets by the first baseman. 2 runs in. Sweeney to second. And nice job by Brady. Putting the bat on the ball. Getting the ball into play. That's all you can ask for. And you make the defense have to make a play. And that time they couldn't. So he'll reach base on an error to the shortstop and ends up at second, only one down, and T.J. Kiley steps in. So 11-1 now Panthers, as Sylvester again low and inside, and another superb backhanded stop by that catcher. He will need a full Gatorade after this inning. Kiley has singled twice. He's 2 for 2 and scored twice. And that's a ball. So 2 quick balls to Kiley, with Sweeney in scoring position at second base. Lined up, and that is behind Kiley. And Sweeney will jog into third base uncontested. So quickly 3-0 to Kiley. As McEwen sets and delivers. And that's ball 4. That's been the story of the game so far, has been walks. And the Panthers taking advantage of it, and then some timely hits to advance runners. So here's Kyle Corden. Corden lined out to the pitcher and walked. He has scored. 1 out. First and third for the Panthers. Sweeney at third, Kiley at first. McEwen delivers, and that's chopped down the third base line. It's a slow roller. It's going to be a tough up, and it's foul. I'm going to say that would have been tough and probably would not have gotten Corden. Slow roller like that, and the third baseman was playing at regular depth. So McEwen ahead of Corden. 0-1. He looks at the runners and deals. And there's another backhanded stop as Kiley jots down to second. Second and third now. 2 runners in scoring position for Kyle Corden, number 23. Kyle, part of that group, heading to high school next year. Hard to believe as we've watched these kids play sports and hang out all these years. Now entering the final phase of their Holliston academic career, heading into high school. And that one's chopped to the right side. It'll be through for a base hit by Corden. 1 run is in. And they will hold Kiley at third with the humongous lead. They're not going to risk it. And we're going to show some sportsmanship to not run up the score, and probably would have been thrown out anyways. So nice hit by Corden down the going oppo to the right side. He's on, and here's Sam Winston. Sam got on his first time up. And the pitch gets by, but Corden, no advancement. So 1-0 to Sam. Sam's been catching. Substituted in for Derek D'Angelo. So first and third for the Panthers. The pitch. And that's hit to center. Not even to center, excuse me. That's a pop-up in the infield, and Corden will be doubled off as he must have lost track of the outs. So that will end the inning for the Panthers. They got 3. And after 3.5, it is Panthers 12 and Medway 1. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th in a moment. Bottom 4 at Idlebrook, and Kevin Rudowitz, your new pitcher for the Panthers, number 11. Let's reset your defense for the Panthers. Rudowitz pitching, Winston catching. At third is Andrew Lee. Shortstop is Larsh. Second base is number 1. That's Derek D'Angelo. First base, number 7, Owen McCarron. And left to right in the outfield, it's Corden, Berwick, and Sweeney. This one's hit right back to Kevin at the pitcher. He collects it. Nice play by Kevin Rudowitz to knock it down. That was a high chopping ground ball. Knocked it down, recovered it, made a nice throw, helped himself out. So, leadoff runner is retired, and that was Tyler Flood. He's 0 for 2. Here comes Jonah Joyce. Jonah Joyce popped up to the second baseman his first time up. 12-1 Panthers. And this one's hit to shallow. Nope, that won't even get to center. It's a pop-up to shortstop. That's Nick Larsh who makes the play. So 2 quick outs, excuse me, here for the Panthers. And only a few pitches needed so far by Kevin. Connor McCall will step into the plate, number 7. He struck out looking his first time up. The ball's high for ball 1. Rudowitz lines and delivers. That's a strike. 1-1. Now to McCall. Things cooled off a little bit here now that the sun is behind some of the clouds approaching, and he gets hit. So McCall will wear it, as the kids say. He gets on. Seems to be okay. And up steps Matt Childs, number 2. Matt reached base on an error his first time up. As it's approaching almost 7:30 now, 7:23 here in the East. Things cooling off just a little bit here in Medway. So Rudowitz facing Childs. Swings through that one, strike 1. Looked like Childs was ahead of that one. 0-1. McCall on first, 2 down for Medway. Breeze blowing out. Good scoop by Sams. Gets it, throws. Nope, it gets through. He was going to be safe either way. So the runner advances into scoring position. And 1-1 to Childs. Rudowitz looks back. McCall and delivers. This one's high and outside, gets by Sam, and that runner will advance easily. 2-1 to Childs. So runner on third, more or less a meaningless runner there in a 12-1 game. Kevin just trying to concentrate on the batter. Panthers would like to just get this last out and get back into the dugout. And that one's high. Ball 3. 3-1 now. Hitters count for Childs. On deck is Charlie McEwen, your current pitcher for Medway. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Childs way ahead of Kevin, it seems like, from our vantage point here in center field. So full count to Childs. Close but a ball. So there's a walk for Childs. First and third now for Medway, as here comes Charlie McEwen. He's 0 for 1. He lined out to the shortstop his first time up. 2 down, first and second, 12-1 Panthers. Bottom 4. First pitch, and it gets kind of bounces off of Sam. Nobody, the runner at third stays. Childs advances to second. So it's 2 runners in scoring position for Medway, with 2 down in the 4th in this Tri-Valley Babe Ruth matchup between Holliston and Medway. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1 to McEwen. That's a ground ball to third. Up, it'll get between the third and shortstop. 1 run is in, and they're going to hold the runner at third. So Medway slowly chipping away at the lead. 12-2 now. McCall scores. Childs to third. McEwen on with a nice hit. And this will bring up the leadoff hitter. It's Connor Gilmore. He's popped up and walked his first 2 times up. Kevin over to first. 2 down here in a 12-2 game on the Holliston Cable Access Television Network. That one is low in the dirt. Ball 1. Sylvester, if Gilmore gets on, Sylvester will hit next for Medway. There's a pass ball, a throw. Oh, another close play at home, almost. Maybe not as close as it appears out here, but it'll be 2-0 to Gilmore. 12-3 now as McEwen advances to second, 2 down. So Rudowitz trying to get out of this inning. And he gets down to third easily, a little bit of a bobble. So McEwen to third. Wind breeze picking up a little bit. Can't really call it wind yet, but a little bit of a breeze blowing towards center and right field. Here's the pitch by Rudowitz. It's inside, and that'll be ball 4. So, first and third for Medway. 2 runs in this inning, 12-3. It's bottom 4, 2 outs. Sylvester does get to hit. He's singled and flew out to left field his first time up. That one gets by the catcher, and Gilmore jogs down to second. So second and third. For Medway. Here's Sylvester. That one's outside. 2-0. I think that was a strike. 2-1. I got blocked by the runner. 2-1. 2 down. Second and third. Kevin delivers. That's low, and no advancement for, excuse me, I must have missed a ball there. That's ball 4. So now bases are loaded for Medway. Still 2 down. Coach McCarron coming out to the mound to give a chat with Kevin. We'll take a break and be back right after this. Okay, bases are loaded, 2 down. It's Reed Mahoney, and that ball's high. So Reed has struck out looking and grounded out to the pitcher. He's 0 for 2. 2 down, bases loaded. It's 12-3, and Kevin having a hard time finding the strike zone at the moment. He's walked 4 out of the last 5 batters after quickly getting the first 2 outs. And that one sliced foul and out of play by Mahoney. 2-1 now to Mahoney. And that's just about the same spot. So he's a little late on Kevin there. Both line drives going far to the right side and foul. So 2-2 now to Mahoney. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. It's popped up to the right side. And number 1, Derek D'Angelo makes the play. So the inning is retired, but Medway gets 2. It's 12-3 Holliston after 4. 5th inning coming up. Top of the 5th at Idlebrook Field. It's 12-3 Panthers. Here's T.J. Kiley. Excuse me. It's Nick Larsh, top of the order. My mistake. Larsh has singled and walked twice. So 1 for 1 as that ball is thrown behind him. It looks like we have a new pitcher for Medway. It's number 2, Matt Childs, who is now in. So they started Luzetti, then went to Sylvester, and now it's Childs getting the nod for the 5th inning. And he's high, so a few quick balls right off the bat to Larsh, Rudowitz, McCarron, 2 up this inning for the Panthers. And another walk for the Panthers. That is 8 walks tonight for Medway pitching. Anyways, here is Rudowitz. Rudowitz grounded into a double play, has walked, and hit into a fielder's choice. So 0 for 2 tonight. And this one's hit hard up the middle for a base hit into center field. Nice hit by Kevin. Hard ground ball, so he's on. Larsh to second, first and second, both leadoff hitters on, and here's McCarron. Owen is 1 for 3. He flew out, singled, and grounded out. Let's get 2 men on. Childs delivers high and outside. Both catchers, all the catchers tonight on both teams have been earning their pay tonight. Especially in this heat, although the temperatures, I'm sure the players are still very warm. Hot, I should say. But us here in the booth in center field and the fans, things have cooled off just a little bit. A little breeze coming in, and as the sun is setting now, as we're heading towards the 8 o'clock hour at 7:36 p.m. So first and second for McCarron. And a turn and throw. No chance to get Larsh there, but trying to just keep him close to the base here in this 12-3 game. High and outside again. Also getting close to the time limit. If typically these games only go 2 hours. Occasionally, though, the umpires and coaches will extend that. But we're only in the top of the 5th, and things are not speeding up in any way, as we have our 3rd walk of the inning with 3 batters for Childs. So bases loaded for Ethan Berwick. Berwick has walked, popped out, and singled. He scored twice. So Panthers looking to do some damage. More damage than what's already been done. And that pitch was close enough for Ethan to swing. A great hustle by the pitcher. Love to see that, as Ethan popped it foul into the first base dugout, and the pitcher was right there. Love to see that kind of hustle, especially when you're losing 12-3 and you just walk 3 batters. So great job by Childs to get off the mound there and hustle over. Had no chance at the ball and still put in a great effort. Here's the pitch, and that's outside and to the backstop. So 1-1 to Berwick. Well, Coach Luzetti did say pregame that he did not have a lot of arms tonight and was short some of the staff on his team. They have some fill-in players tonight, and that certainly has been the weakness tonight for the Medway club. And again, with all due respect to their players. And And that one's high and inside. Ethan ducks out of the way. Ethan, I'm sure, going to swing at anything close. Try to get some contact and get a quality at bat. And that's ball 4. So we have 4 walks to lead off the inning. And Larsh will score. Rudowitz to third. Karen to second. Berwick's on. And we got another pitching move for Medway, as Coach Luzetti has seen enough. And it looks like the center fielder, number 3, this will be Connor Gilmore coming in. We'll be back when Connor's ready. Okay, bases loaded. Childs has been relieved by number 3, Connor Gilmore. And he comes in and throws a strike, something that has been rare this inning for Medway. So Andrew Lee steps in. Lee has walked, flown out, and walked. And he hits one high and deep to left. Number 4, the outfielder, makes a nice play. He goes back on it. Tagging from third is Rudowitz. A wild throw to the infield, but no advancement by McCarron. And a heck of a play by the left fielder. That is number 4, Jonah Joyce. That ball was up there a while. Nice drive by Andrew Lee, who was definitely licking his chops on anything close. So there's some good baseball. Good at-bat and a nice catch to get one out now. And this one's popped up, but out of play by Gentile. So 1 down. Rudowitz in, 13-3 Panthers. McCarron on second. Berwick on first. And 1-1 count to Joe Gentile. Joey has grounded out. He has singled, and he's reached base on an error. Scored twice. 1 down for Joey. That one's low and outside. Nice job by the catcher to stay low. And get his glove down. 2-1 to Joey G. That's outside and low. 3-1. And that's a hard hit ball and through for a base hit into center field. McCarron is being sent around third. There'll be a play at the plate. He's safe. It takes a wild hop, gets behind the catcher, and Berwick to third. And Gentile cruises into second. So a hard base hit for Joey G. McCarron scores from second. Berwick to third. Joe advances to second on the wild throw to home. So it's 15-3 now, Panthers. And in steps Brady Sweeney. Sweeney has reached base on an error. He's singled. And this one is down the third base line. It's a fair ball. And it's a wild throw to first. And Sweeney will get to second. 2 runs will score. Probably would have had the hit regardless. We'll give him a hit on that one, as it was hard down the line and the third baseman was kind of caught by surprise. 2 runs will score. Berwick comes in. Gentile comes in. Sweeney to second. And this is turning into a football score right now, 17-3. And here comes T.J. Kiley. Kiley has walked and singled twice. This one's flared to the left side and foul and out of play. Panthers, I'm sure, told or didn't need to be told they're going to be swinging at anything close. One and one now, the count to Kiley. Sweeney alone on the bases for the Panthers. He's at second. That pitch is low and inside, 2-1. Corden on deck. Winston in the hole. There's one out here with 5 runs in for the Panthers, and there's a swing and a miss. 2-2 now to Kylie. And that's hit hard into center field for a base hit. Sweeney held at third. Nice hit by Kylie. As he's on again, and here comes Kyle Corden. Corden's lined out. He's walked. Actually, he's been hit by a pitch right off the top of the helmet, and he has singled. Scored once. So still 17-3. And my guess is this could be our final inning of action here in the 5th. And this one's hit to left field. And Joyce is there. Tagging from third is Sweeney. He will score. Well, Joyce, another nice play in left field. Sweeney scores 18-3 now. Kylie stays at first. And here's Winston. Winston has popped up and singled in his 2 at-bats. 2 outs now with Kylie on first. That ball's high, just a bit inside. Larsh on deck if they can continue the inning. The pitch. That's sliced back and foul. 1-1 to Sam. (18-3), top 5, the pitch. Fouled back again. A couple of late swings by Sam. 1-2. Kylie on first. And that's low and outside. Nice stop by the catcher. Again, these catchers tonight have done a great job. And working very hard in this heat. 2-2 to Sam. Ground ball chopped to first. Actually to second, and that will be a routine ground out to end the inning. But the Panthers get 6. And after 4.5, it's 18-3. Panthers will be back for the bottom of the 5th in a moment. Bottom 5 at Idlebrook. 18-3 Panthers, and Kevin Hine inside to the leadoff hitter for Medway is Kenyon Smith. And that one's wild, 2-0. And there's a strike by Kevin. So 2-1 to Kenyon. Kenyon has walked twice, actually. He's walked. And that one's outside. 3-1. Could be walking for a third time. 3-1. Couple of adjustments in the field for the Panthers. Winston at first. McCarron at center. Here's a swing and a miss. 3-2. Corden in left. Kylie in right. Believe the other positions are the same. We do have a new catcher. That's either Berwick or D'Angelo. I'm going to say that's Berwick. But I'm guessing. It's hard to see the number and certainly the face from out here. So leadoff runner is on. Smith walks for the third time. Here's Luzetti. Luzetti has struck out and singled. Pickoff move. And he's in safely. So Rodowitz sets and delivers. That's outside, and the runner's going. No throw. As Kenyon goes in easily. So Luzetti, the lefty, digs in, and that one is low and inside. So 2-0 to Luzetti. On deck is Tyler Flood. And this one's popped up and out of play. And the pitch is chopped to first. Sam, an easy play to first. Nice hop right up into his glove. Gets the out, and Smith to third. So one down. And here's Tyler Flood. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to the first baseman, and yes, to the first baseman and to the pitcher. Kevin winds and delivers. That's outside. And in the dirt, 1-0. So Kenyon Smith on third. It's 18-3 Panthers. There's a strike. No, a ball. 2-0. Guess it was high. That one's sliced and foul. 2-1 to Flood. On deck, Jonah Joyce, who's made a couple of nice plays in left field. Kevin sets and delivers. That's high. 3-1 to Tyler Flood. Sun setting here in Medway. Cooling off just a tad there. Here's a strike again on that outside corner. So full count now to Flood. Here's the pitch. It's sliced and foul down the right field line. The pitch and fouled off again. So good battle here by Flood and Rudowitz. That's what we love about baseball, the one-on-one matchups. You don't really get that in any other sport. Head-to-head competition in the team realm. And it's 3-2 with one out. Runner on third. And it's ball four. So Flood will win that when the pitch gets behind him. They try, and they do get him. So a nice play by, again, I'm still having a hard time identifying the catcher. Any idea there, co-producer? If that's Ethan or Derek? I think it is too. I think you're right. So we're going to go with Ethan Berwick there. I mean, a nice play. Went and got the wild pitch, or maybe an error on the catcher. Kind of got by him. Grabbed it and hustled back and tagged the runner. So we got two down now. Flood is on first. And it's Jonah Joyce, number 4. He's popped up twice. He's 0 for 2. Coach Gentile waving in the right fielder. And there's a throw to second by Ethan. It's high. He is safe. So good throw. But a good jump by Flood to get there. 1-0 to Joyce. That pitch is also high, 2-0. Runner going. It's a strike, no throw. None needed there again, an 18-3 game. There's A, no chance of getting him there, and B, don't even want to risk throwing it and risking a wild throw and a run. And that one's flared off and out of play. So 2-2 now to Joyce. Two down in the fifth. This could be the last inning. We're up against the 2-hour limit, plus could be a mercy rule situation as well. Here's the pitch by Kevin. It's a swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. They'll make the throw. He might have tagged him. I think he did. And we'll see if looks like the teams are lining up. So that will do it here in this Tri-Valley Senior Babe Ruth matchup between Holliston and Medway. Final score, Holliston 18, Medway 3. Some timely hitting for the Panthers. Lots of walks by the Medway pitching certainly helped the Panther offensive attack. Good 3 innings of pitching by Berwick to start the game and settle things down for Holliston as they jumped ahead to a big lead and cruised to victory in this Tri-Valley matchup as Holliston moves to 3-7 and this Medway club to 2-8. So that'll do it for tonight's ball game from Idlebrook Field in Medway. Final score 18-3. Panthers are victors. I'm Brian Winston along with cameraman and co-producer Mark Dennison to bring you the game on Holliston Cable Access Television. Have a good evening and sayonara.